Hello students, this is Archana Wani, your social science teacher. Today I have come back with Political Science chapter number 1, the Indian Constitution. So students, get ready with your political science textbook, a notebook, pen, pencil and scale. Chapter number 1, the Indian Constitution. Children, before we begin, I would like you to understand the basics of the lesson. For example, when we begin with a football game, many of you must have probably played the game. You must have heard that in a football, as the name suggests, it involves the player's feet. According to the rules of the football, if the ball touches the arm of any player except the goalkeeper, then this is considered as a foul. So if player starts holding the football in their hands and passing it around, then they are not playing football anymore. Similarly, games like cricket and hockey also have some rules according to which they are being played. Now these each of these rules help define the game and help us distinguish one game from another. As these are the fundamentals to the game, we can also call them a constitutive rules of the game. Like these games, society also has constitutive rules that makes it what it is and differentiate it from other kinds of societies. In large societies in which different communities of people live together, these rules are formulated through consensus. Consensus means agreement. And in modern countries, this consensus is usually available in written form. A written document in which we find such rules is called a constitution. Have you ever wondered why we need a constitution? Yes, you will get all the answers in this lesson. In this chapter, we will discuss both why we need a constitution and also look at the key features of Indian constitution. Today, most countries in the world have a constitution, but it is not necessary that all countries that have a constitution are democratic. The constitution serves several purposes. The first purpose of constitution is it lays out the ideals that form the basis of the kind of country that we as citizens aspire to live in. It tells us what the fundamental nature of our society is. Constitution also helps serve as set of rules and principles that all persons in a country can agree upon as the basis of the way in which they want the country to be governed. Let us try and understand what we mean by this through two contrasting situations in the recent history of Nepal, a country that borders India on the north. Until quite recently, Nepal was a monarchy. Monarchy means there was a rule of king. The previous constitution of Nepal, which had been adopted in 1990, reflected the fact that the final authority rested with the king. The people's movement in Nepal fought for several decades to establish democracy, and in 2006 they finally succeeded in putting end to the powers of the king. Now the people have to write a new constitution to establish Nepal as a democracy. Children, you must be wondering Why do the people of Nepal want a new constitution when they had the previous constitution of 1990? The answer to this is the people of Nepal did not want to continue with the previous constitution because it did not reflect the ideals of the country that the people wanted it to be. Generally, while moving from monarchy to a democratic form of government, constitution plays a crucial role in laying out certain important guidelines that governs decision making, and thus the second important purpose of a constitution is to define the nature of a country's political system. The constitution plays a crucial role in laying out certain important guidelines that govern decision making within these societies. This means in a democracy, we choose our leaders so that they can exercise power responsibly on our behalf. Children, do you think leaders misuse their authority? We are going to find the answer to this question in our next video. Let's recap what we have studied in this video. It is not necessary that all countries that have constitution are democratic. Constitution tells us what the fundamental nature of our society is. The first purpose of constitution is it lays out the ideals that form the basis of the kind of a country that we as a citizens aspire to live in. And lastly, second important purpose of a constitution is to define the nature of a country's political system. Children, I want you all to read lesson number 1 from your political science textbook. We are going to meet in our next video. Till then, take care and